Woodcraftrs. Let's bring this up. Come on now. After Woodcraftrs, there we go. Bring this up. Come on now. There we go. All right. They had a piece of basswood there, 3 by 24, $6.50. I need to make some landing gear parts. I'll move your fence. Got a square. Square this puppy up.
It doesn't necessarily mean it's true, you know that?
Yeah, well, closer to nothing.
You can use the lines in the table are just as accurate as anything.
Okay, whatever, I got it.
And here is a
That's
square.
good. That's all right, I don't need it.
That's what I always do. I just use these lines and put out where I want it and then fine tune it from there. It don't track straight, so I think the blade's got a bend in it.
It'll be straight enough for what I need it for.
I'm having a hard time finding blades for that. 59.5 inches. I find 57-inch blades.
What the hell happened here?
I hope I don't have to get another one of those saws. A bandsaw. I got a big bandsaw over here, but
Alrighty. Landing gear parts. These are what the landing gear wires ride up against. Now we need spar parts. Here's my $1 million pencil.
it's a gold-plated.
$15 for a pencil.
I'm mighty proud of them things.
Yeah. So we need, let's see here. Here, where's that square go?
I think I make those 12 inches long.
Yeah, that's all I make. Mine, where's the square? That's not it.
Some big square.
We need 3 inches.
See, I made this thing too for making push rods.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you showed it to me once. Ooh, that's a nice pencil.
It better be.
This piece that I make is 6, 7, 8.5 inch or 8 1/4 inches.
Is that one?
That's it.
out here.
It comes out to the first, it's just past the first rib.
Sure you don't want, right there's 12 inches, that's where I make mine out to, and they don't hardly have anything out here.
No, here, look. I make mine that long, half-inch past these ribs. You can make them, you can make it all the way out to the end of the
Well,
way.
yeah, I know, but I just come out to that rib.
So we need to center this up. Where's that self-centering ruler? Let's see if I can make it work. Find me the center of this.
Center is right there.
Yeah.
So you go on each side and you see 1.5, 1.5, 1 3/4, 1 3/4.
Shit.
That glare in here.
Yeah. Give me a regular ruler.
Here. Let me use this $1,000 pencil here. Let's see, that's 1.5 inches. Inch. 3/4. Cut that thing square.
I use the square.
I think we're right.
What do you mean it ain't right? Oh, I gotta have an
Because
angle.
your spar's angled too.
Yeah, well, I'll get that in a second here.
And that'll make this shorter.
That's right. That's right. You're right. Nah, I can't see what I'm doing here. So we'll make it, we'll make it. I'll have to sand this to my Spar shape. That's okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
What?
I don't think this is right either. I think I'll just leave it. I think I'll cut them at home because I'm gonna have to set the bell crank farther back because of the deep tank box. So I need to have my wing.
To know where you're gonna place the belt
Yeah.
crank at.
This would work if I didn't have, You know, this would work like this if I didn't have that tank box, but. That's normally all I do.
Yeah, that's how I do mine. I figure out where I need to bell crank it, and I try to put it in the center of this piece if I can, but if I can't, it might be back here. It might be all the way up there.
I think it's gonna be way back here. I can cut that with my saw.
You know, I set the bell crank in there and see where it's gonna line up at front to back.
But these pieces here, it was nice to use the power saw to cut these 1/4-inch pieces.
Oh, yeah. Now you need to cut your blocks for your bases for your landing gear box. Enough to need a piece about 1 inch wide, 3 inches long for the base, where your wire sits on it.
Yeah, but I gotta measure my landing gear box. There's no standard.
Yeah, you didn't make them 1x3 or whatever.
I made it 1 ruler wide by over how long I want to. And I don't think you have a ruler that's as wide as mine.
Well, I got 1.25 inches.
I think I use this ruler here. No, yeah, this ruler right here. It's a cork bit.
I mean, it's the same. These were both, it's almost 1.25 inches. That's like 1.8 inches.
I'll use my ruler. I'll cut. I'm just using a light ply on that anyway.
This one right here is 1.25.
What I do with my piece of basswood, the leftover piece. There it is. Hey everybody, like my new airplane? I see it. Got my baby turned. This one will be done before the gnats too.
This one might not be done before the
I know, because you're like Danny. You gotta get down here and finish it up. Happened to my smoker. Maybe. Yeah, you gotta work on them in order to finish them up.
And
Discipline, hour a day.
yeah. I've been doing it an hour a day, 1 day a week.
Yeah, hour every day. 2:19. Get out of here.
Whatever the time permits.
We'll get out of here at 3 o'clock.
Take it around, these off, take them out off the hollow. Round this off, shake these flaps.
I would like to have that. It
I hate doing this, shaping them flaps, I just hate it.
only takes a minute.
And I should have had you bring your sanding block over here, so here's where I can shake this.
That's got it, 36 grit. Takes about 5 minutes apiece.
Yeah, I know the way you did. I'm more picky.
Now you can finish that, I'll just rub it.
I haven't just, you know, a lot of this stuff I sit back and I look at and I try to decide, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna sand it the same as this, and a paper, flat, or am I gonna airfoil them?
You'll rod sand it, because it's easier.
Yeah, it is. You can't fuck it up.
Yeah, you can.
Well, you can, but I won't. You gotta make a left and a right when you do that, right? You can't make 2 rights and expect it to be correct, 'cause they won't. But they'll be close enough if you do actually make a left and a right. Both are the top up, and sand that side first, bottom up, sand that side first, and flip them both to the other side.
I think they look much better the way I sand them than flat.
It's all in the eye of the beholder. You know, these are flat, so those will probably be different flat. That's just because I built these up and didn't.
I'd be cutting a new piece of, find some light 3/8 and make some new.
Ugh. I can't do it anymore. There's your that was the lightest wood that I had to make these out of. Figured, well, you know, they got air holes in it.
That should weigh a ½ ounce. How much does it weigh? Don't weigh it. And you keep making them until you get them a ½ ounce.
You can't get them a ½ ounce if you don't have the
Solid
wood
piece of
for
wood,
it.
yeah.
If you don't have the wood for it, you're not gonna do it. What you said. That might not be a ½ ounce for the two of them. For both of them.
½ ounce a piece is the most.
A piece?
Yeah. 15 grams. That should be an ounce together. Yeah.
36 grams.
Yeah, you're over the limit.
I don't have any lighter wood.
Well, what's the lightest piece of 3/8 you have?
It ain't nowhere near this.
What's the lightest piece of 3/8 you have? Let's find out. Let's see if we can make it, if I can sand it lighter. I'll take 40% off of what you got.
What weight did you need?
What?
What weight did you need?
Lightest you got. The lightest piece of wood you got.
$64 grams.
Okay, bring it. That should work. 64 grams. Let's see. Is that a full sheet?
It's 4 by 36.
Okay, that's full sheet.
Let's see, 18 grams is 5.75 pounds.
No. How much did you say? 64 grams, right?
That's just this one piece.
Right. 60. 64. 36. 4. 3. 8. I can make that lighter than what you got. That's 4.5 pound wood.
What's 80 grams?
80? Heavy. Like 7 pound wood. 80. 5.64. If you got a piece 64 grams, bring it. I'll make this elevator real quick. That's 4.5 pound wood.
Well, that's heavier.
Let's see. What can you go up to? Backspace, 70. Let's say 72. 73. Backspace. 70.
Well, 90 grams, 97 grams is 6.8 pound wood.
70 grams is 4.9 pounds. You can't go over 70 grams. You got anything over there? Like 64 would be perfect. I'll guarantee to cut the weight off of them things. And I'm gonna take 40% off of that.
Make a nice stab.
You build a stab up.
You could use that for that.
get another piece. Here,
Yeah, right. You're gonna have few and far between those
let me
already.
feel that. That's good.
Man, I already got all the hinges done on that and everything.
Sorry about your luck.
That's gonna be a pain in the ass to do now.
Nah. Just put this up against it and use it as a guide.
And
Let me see your,
well, don't get too hot doggy here, yeah.
your back saw. I bet this piece unsanded is lighter than what you got here. Let me see your back saw. There you go. I love this saw. It's the best thing you ever told me to buy. This thing is great. It is great.
I looked over there trying to find one with this.
I got a big one.
fine enough
I got a
teeth.
big one that has this on one side and other the coarser teeth on the other side, but it shaped like that. It's Irwin, the last one they had. Get me a block with 36 grit on it or 40 grit, whatever you got. Let's do it this way. It's already lighter.
Well, you don't have to shape it. I need to drill these holes for these flat control horn things while it's not sanded.
See what the weight of that is.
.9.
Grams.
0.9. 26 grams probably. 25.
And how much for the other one? That's not a fair comparison. Because you got still wood on this.
These are 17 grams. These got the carbon rod in them, and
You still got this piece on here, so that'll take off. These will be lighter, I'm telling you.
this is 17 grams ready to rock and roll.
Right. And this is how much? 20 what?
25.
Okay, and you cut that piece off. I'm telling you, this is gonna be lighter.
Slice it off. It's
Exacto.
these are built up
Yeah.
right here.
If you let me shape them. You sure you want me to cut this off before you drill it?
I can get it level. I'm not worried about that.
Okay. Okay.
2 grams off of it.
weigh that one. 22 times 0.4. 22,
This one's 23.
4. 22 minus 8. 22
So together,
minus 8.
they're 44 combined.
Minus 28. Gonna take 14 grams off of each one of them. 40%. But then you're gonna add it back in carbon, so this is 14 grams. This is the correct weight. It's under 15. Plus you're gonna add the carbon rod.
That right there's 18 grams. They're gonna be the same.
These will be lighter. I know it will be. You don't think so, but
Well, I'll work on them and I'll make 2 sets of them because it's not beyond me to make 2 sets of shit or make 3 stabbing elevators.
and if you look at this is thicker than this. This is 5/16, that's 3/8.
Well, that doesn't make any
The hell it don't. You wanna lighten it up, sand this piece down to this thick.
Well, it'll be that thick when I put the radius on it and you put the taper in it. It'll be that thick, because if that projects out to that thickness.
Yeah. Okay, you're gonna take 40% off of this, and you said it weighed 22? Is that what you said?
Well, yeah.
0.22 times 0.4 minus 0.22, no, 22.4, 8. It'll weigh 14 grams when you're done. Plus you got the carbon rod, I don't know what the hell that.
Hey, by the time you put the glue and stuff in there, I bet you this was all weighed out lighter than this piece.
Yeah,
And this is built up hollow. 30% of it.
what gets us is all the damn glue.
Yeah. I know that when I built these things, this is the lightest stuff that I had combined up and everything.
And I go 3 grams. What?
Nah. Now you're making them a different size.
No, you're just straightening the line out. I'll cut them over. There's that other one. Exact same size. See, there's a flat right there with a knife.
Kurt's gauged it out. Cause I'll stack sand them and sand them exactly the same size as each other.
Yeah. It's already lighter.
That did take anything out of it. I got big cow scratch marks in them.
By the time you're done, they'll
I'll
be.
have to take and put water in those things and get them out of there. This one doesn't have any in it.
Time you're done, these will be lighter. Let me tell you a story, guys, about what John came out to the field one day. I don't know where those things are. Come on, guys. He came out to the field one day. He had this beautifully molded flat. You still got them?
They're somewhere around here. I don't know.
I go, man, these are gonna be nice. There is nothing lighter than a solid piece of wood. I'll tell you, how much of them things weigh?
They were found core too.
Right,
They were twice what
right,
we could have gotten easily with light wood.
right. Right, and these would even be lighter if you had 3.5 pound wood.
Well, yeah, if you had 3.5 pound wood, that's the only way you can get this combination under 3 ounces. You got to have sub 4 pound wood, and sub 4 pound wood will give you all this under 3 ounces.
Not built up.
No.
Ahoy, Jonathan.
Excuse me.
Now my stabs are built up, but how I build them up is a solid sheet of wood, and you hollow it out, you put some ribs in it, sheet it over.
Well, that's no different than that. That's just 4 pieces of 3/8 inch wood, or 1/4 inch wood. Make a frame, put some ribs in it, and sheet it. Same thing. 3/8 inch diameter. In fact, I don't think this trailing edge is 3/8. I think I only use 3/8 up here because I gotta cut.
You better use half in the front.
I
'cause
put a bridge
okay.
piece in here.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you that these are not gonna,
Yeah. Okay.
they'll weigh the same as those.
Sand, more sand. You gotta sand on that till it weighs less than that.
Yeah. I could taper these down, like sand them down to an 1/8 inch trailing edge. That's as thin as you can make these.
Right, it'll take 40% though. That's what I do.
Well, close to, yeah. Probably.
That's what mine are. I draw a center line and then come off that center line a 1/16 inch on each side. It's 8. When I get close, I stop sanding and then round it over by hand.
Well, I don't round, I leave them blunt, but that doesn't take anything off of it.
No, just aesthetics. Oh, can't forget my pencil.
I like the squared off trailing edge thing.
How huge that Woodcraft shop was. Man, I wish I had something like that here. Yeah. I'll tell you what, if you had something like that there, you better leave your wallet at home.
Where are you at?
In Brazil, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you probably do in some big city somewhere, but it's a toy shop for woodworkers.
A lot of shit there.
And they sell high-end products, so
I spent $100 and I got a little tiny bag. Mostly on glue and garbage.
that's like anywhere else you go anymore these days. Everything's $20.
Including breakfast.
You know, it doesn't matter what you do, it's $20. Somebody said in Brodex, their kits, like for the Vector 40, it went up 50% price.
So instead of $100, it's $150.
Yeah.
Guys better learn how to scratch build if you can find the wood.
Well, you saw what the wood prices were up there at Brodex. That one piece of wood, $25 or whatever, $27.
I ain't buying it for $25. If John was still alive, he'd get $10. I'd have bought it for 10.
Yeah. It's not worth what they're asking for this crap. Everybody just took advantage of a situation.
Yeah.
You know, they dicked around and they raised minimum wage, which they didn't need to. Minimum wage jobs weren't designed to be a job you retire from. And all the people was bitching and moaning and complaining, I don't make enough money, you know.
I get a better job.
I can't afford my rent. Well, get 2 McDonald's jobs.
Yeah.
Or 3, whatever it frickin' takes to make the money. But the McDonald's flipping hamburger job wasn't a $25 an hour job. It was a starter job. Get in the workforce, get out there, get some experience working, and having to show up on time every day. And you know, now they want what all their parents took them 40 years to acquire. They want everything right out of the damn gate. And I can't say my kids were any different, you know. They all want, well, when I turn 22, I'm gonna buy me some property and I'm gonna have me a house built. And I said, yeah, right, we'll see it when it happens. if you can do that. More power to you, but I'll be willing to wait till you can.
Yeah, but you know them young kids are making $100 grand a year. I never made $100 grand, and they don't know shit.
Yeah, I know, that's the scary part about all of it. They're really dumb.
$100 grand a year, don't know nothing.
Pretty much a shame.
The right side.
Should be the same.
No, they're not. That's the right side for that.
It doesn't matter because all this gets
No, the
raised.
angle of the fuselage there.
Oh, well, I wouldn't have it up here square.
That's the right one for that side.
See, both feet are the same. It shouldn't make any difference.
Yeah, one for each side.
Yeah, I guess it did scan it. I got a mark. So that's the out for it.
Better mark down. That's big word. Well, that one goes with this one, right?
I'm just looking at how it, yeah, it's pretty straight.
Yeah, but the length, you see that? There you go. That one goes with that one.
Well, I get flushed again. This one's a little bit long,
They're both a little long.
but the angle's different, see?
Yeah, all right. Okay, so that one goes with that one. There's more wood coming off. I cut them a little big.
And when you know, this is the end board, I put some scratches on the top.
Of course. It don't matter. Sand them right out of there.
I'll steam them
Now, you don't have any clips in yours, right? You just got a tube buried? Aluminum tube?
out. Well, it's a carbon fiber.
I would leave off the, well, you don't have none on this. No, you do. Leave this off. The light ply on the edge. Leave that off there. You don't need it. CA it, you know, harden the edge up. Got the lead pieces off.
Yeah, it makes such a nice head.
I think my elevators are 1/2 ounce with the hinges, with the paint on them.
You had some really good wood.
I got enough left to do one more.
Let's see if I can't get rid of that over there.
enough left to do one more plane. And then it's to the shit wood.
Well, you're fortunate, I've been building this shit wood for the last 3 airplanes.
I got a load of RC wood.
I got a good little bit of it too, but I don't want to get rid of it either.
Yeah.
Because my craft wood is better than what you can get. You know, they're calling contest grade wood,
20 pounds.
6 pound plus. I got 5.5 pounds of wood, but that's still too heavy to build with. All the way.
Use a soft and wet blue towel, made a whole bunch of steam.
For this, now if it was paint, I would be using the towel. But since it's not paint, it's using iron ready, and blue. And it'll do the same thing. It's hard enough. It's gotta be hot now.
You gotta go.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, John's calling you. Who is it?
My sister.
Oh. Hey, John. It's a PA 65 in his airplane, or is that 75 now?
65.
65, just like mine. Who's this? Brother.
Is it really?
He looks just like me, doesn't he?
Well, not quite, not exactly like you, but, both got the same height.
Same build, same height. He's 7 years younger than I am. Good old Vinny. Hey, Ronald. Oh boy.
Sister. Going through Dad's stuff. Do you want any of Dad's old clothes and stuff?
Oh yeah, I'm sure you do. Oh, that's that sister.
Real sister.
There you go. Making a pissing noise now. I'll sand out of there.
Yeah, it's going towards the trailing edge, but I like to get it out of there because I don't like looking at it. And this is the top, yeah, top side of the. See, it took 90% of it out of there.
Yeah, sandpaper will take it all out. Plus the loosen weight.
Now, I could probably do that a couple more times and get every bit of it out of there.
You got these here.
That's where I just did it, wasn't it?
No, you did it down there.
Oh, it's on the other side. We got something on the table here.
No, I saw them before. Better plug your iron back in. As long as you're getting them out, you might as well get them out.
Can you tell where they're at?
Oh yeah, right there, look. You missed it. That one right there.
I missed one then.
Long scratch. Goes from right there to right there. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's not even,
Not an issue.
now you're gonna sand the crap out of it.
I mean, see, it's just teared toward the wood a little bit right there on that one. But I can get that, I can get that out, but it's all gonna be sanded out anyway.
If you had them holes drilled, I could shape that in 5 minutes.
Well, normally on these things, I put a clip in there. This has probably got a clip in this one, and these other ones that I did.
I wouldn't put a clip in it. Just drill a hole and put a piece of tube in it. You don't even have to do that. Just drill a hole and harden it up with CA and re-drill it, and drill a hole, you know.
I put aluminum tube in them.
See, that's not the thin rod, is it?
It's not the thinnest one, no.
Right.
No.
Use the thinnest rod in that next one.
I can't.
Why? Don't have wire?
No, I got the wire. But I have to make all new hinges
Why?
because there's too much slop in the hole size.
You got the 16, or you got the right bushing in there, right?
Well, I got the same size bushing as you're using, but
Yeah, but-
it's not small enough.
Yeah,
Not for the small rod.
I got the same setup in my airplane. With a small wire. With that little eyelet I give you. Is that the eyelets I give you?
No, you didn't give me any eyelets. I made my own. But look at the slop in that, and I put a smaller wire
Oh,
in
okay,
that.
yeah.
I put a smaller wire in that, and this,
I got an eyelet that will go inside that.
I'd have flop. Can't have that much slop in that. I got eyelets smaller, but they're not thick and they're not long enough.
We drop the CA on them and stick them in. Where are they gonna go? Once the hinge is in there, where can it go? Nowhere. It's captured.
I mean, it won't even go all the way through that piece of 1/8" wood. I have to make new hinges because all the hinges have holes drilled in them already. And the hole's bigger than the hinge, than the.
Weather's still dreary here. Sorry to hear about Georgia and Alabama death and destruction. I don't know nothing about it, do you?
Georgia beat Alabama 48-7 or something like that the last time.
I don't follow that stupid shit. Let me tell you guys, that football doesn't even roll straight when it hits the ground. It's a stupid game. What they ought to do is just go out there and beat each other up and see who wins.
Well, it's not football. It's football. Not football. Sorry, soccer's soccer. Soccer isn't football. Soccer is soccer.
I love
By
that song.
United States standards.
That saw is badass. Best $18 I ever spent.
And that's the same size wire that you're using.
No. No, I'm using
It has to be.
No, I'm using the thinner tube and a smaller wire. And a smaller thimble, though, a smaller bushing.
Yeah, you might have smaller thimbles, but
Let's see if we can.
this is the same size hole as what your thimbles go through. Same identical size.
Let me kill this thing.
Cause I can show you your piece of it.
No. Okay, this is dead now. Oh, my airplane crashed. Let's see if I can get it out of here without poking a hole in it. I'll beat it up. Grab my smoker, will you? Always something sticking up on the bench. Let's see. Can't see. Shit. Can't see it.
Right here is the same size brass tubing as your eyelets.
No. No, it's not. It's not.
No wager.
I'm telling you, it's not. My eyelet will fit inside that. Yeah. Guaranteed. My eyelet will go, this is a 16th. Yep, my eyelet will fit inside this. Let me see. No, 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 none of those.
These tubes were, this diameter of this tube was taken off your eyelets.
No, it's not. I'm telling you.
It was. I'm
You want to bet?
This is what I took. These are the same size holes as what you got.
No, no, it's not.
I did it. I did all this stuff off of yours.
Well, you made a mistake because my eyelets will fit inside that.
You had given me eyelets, and that's why I made this stuff up, was to your
I-
eyelets. that
where's
you
one of my
gave me.
eyelets?
I don't have any more.
Yeah.
But I got eyelets that are smaller than what you got.
Let's see what you got.
I know they're small. Guarantee you they're small. Now if I can get this child-proof cap on there.
Give it to a kid.
You don't have eyelets that size, I guarantee you.
My eyelets are this size. They're a little longer, but they're this size. Mine are 1/8 inch wide by that diameter. Matter of fact, I think they're a smaller diameter than that.
This is an 1/8" wire. This 1/8".
And this will
tube.
fit down
They're not
inside
even
here.
1/8" tubing.
This will fit inside here. It should bird up. There it is. My eyelets are that size. I'm telling you, they're a little longer. Gonna bet?
Yeah.
How much you bet?
They're not that size.
They might be smaller. I'm telling
No,
you.
they're bigger.
That wire doesn't fit in there, or it does, yeah. That's the size eyelets I got right there. Only mine are wider, longer.
I couldn't find them longer anywhere.
Well, I got, of course, they're back in St. Louis now. I do have some.
I want them a little longer than 1/8".
Yeah, I know. Mine are just 1/8". They'll go through there. They go through, and they stick up just a little, and then I peen them, and I CA
That's
them.
how I do these. I'll peen them over. And a little.
I'm telling you, my eyelets are that size, and they fit inside this, and inside that tube right there.
Well, these holes are too big for those size.
My holes are smaller than that.
I'm telling you, I made these after your hinges.
I'm
Still telling you.
I'll tell you what. I do have some back in the apartment. Next time I come over, I'll bring a set. None of those are my eyelets. They're too big.
That's the diameter of the tube on the eyelets that you got.
I'm telling you, it's not, John. I bet you. I've been doing them for.
I wouldn't have made all these up like that if it wasn't.
They're wrong. I'm telling you. They're too big. We started out using the big wire.
Well,
And now the wire we got is smaller than this. This goes in.
that's cause the carbon tube. I shrunk the carbon tube diameter.
Right, and I'm using that small carbon tube in this, and look how tight they are. Small carbon tube, small wire.
You got a lot of slop in there.
Not like you'd have if you had that small wire in the hole you got.
I don't even think I can get any of that anymore.
What, the wire or the carbon tube?
Carbon tube.
Yeah, we can get it. See if we got a piece. Let's look at it.
Well, I got a piece if I go dig for it.
I need the, yeah, that's the wire. No, yeah, that's the wire.
Those are the same size.
Same.
Yeah, it looks like a piece of hair.
Yeah, but the next size down from this. You think that I would put the bigger, heavier piece on my airplane?
Well, I understand that, but
Boy, I need more rubbing. More rubbing. Weather's still dicey here. Oh, I see. I'll bring you some eyelets for some new hinges.
right there is the small.
Right, correct. And that's the wire right there, right?
This is the same. This is the smaller wire.
Right. Okay, so now you feel how tight my hinges are. If you put this in one of your hinges that you say is exactly like mine, which they're not, shit, this whole tube will go inside that. I got eyelets that fit this wire.
sloppy.
Yeah,
Too sloppy.
right. Look at mine. It ain't the same size eyelet. That one may be, but these aren't. My eyelets are much smaller than that.
And see, even these with the heavier wiring, you got about the slot that you got in your
Clamps. But look, this is the setup I got right here. These wires will fit on this, got a little slop in it, and this goes inside that. Get in there. There, goes right in there like that. This wire goes in like that. And you got a little slot.
that hole's too big.
I know, because it's not the same as mine. My hole is the size of that hole right there. I have them laser cut. Yes, or pin routed.
I'm just not, because I wouldn't make this mistake.
Okay, I'm telling you. I'll bring a set. I got a set. I'm supposed to send to Bob McDonald. I haven't sent him yet.
I'm telling you, I copied these off your hands.
Okay, what do you want to bet? You can buy lunch next week if you're wrong?
I'll buy lunch.
Okay.
Don't go out and buy no new eyelets and stuff that.
No, I'm gonna bring over what I use.
I wish I had one oddball eyelet that thing gave me exactly enough.
Yeah, because they're so hard to come by.
But I copied everything.
That hole's bigger than the hole that I get. That ain't it. I don't see one in there. They're in this bottle. They look like that, only they're a little longer. They may not even be that much longer.
And these are all the old signs that we were using before we went to this. Before we went to this.
I'll bring it over and you'll be buying lunch next week.
We'll see. I'll take my chance.
Okay.
I mean, I even made up swaging tools and all sorts of stuff for these things. That's not like me.
Your eyeball miscalculated, I'm telling you. Because I got the little wire and the little tube in this airplane. And that's all the slop you got.
Well, you might have the little wire and the little tube.
And my eyelets. That's all the slop I got. If you put that little wire in one of the hinges you got, you have a 1/16 of an inch up and down.
Yeah, it'd be like this.
Yeah, that one's sloppy. That's all right though. Don't matter.
I just don't want going through the air. It'll break apart.
Yeah.
It's like flutter.
There won't be flutter.
So this has to have a little play in it, but not a lot. But this is the smaller size. I know it's the smaller size. The smaller size one.
For 20% savings.
What are we talking about, Graham?
Well, trying to get those things under a half an ounce apiece. That's what we're talking about. You could put 1/8" wire back there, you know, but kind of be defeating the purpose.
Well, I could take all the wire out of there too and just have a little 1-inch piece of every one of them things.
That would be a pain in the ass.
Shove a piece of carbon, all you have to do is measure it.
I don't think that carbon is the way to go.
Shove a piece of carbon down there.
Oh yeah,
And a solid rod.
yeah.
Shove it down in there that long, comes to a hinge, or shy of a hinge. Shove a piece of music wire down in there that inch, and then a piece of carbon. Music wire, carbon, music wire. But you can't take them apart if you want to take them apart.
Right.
That's the only downfall to that thing.
You can't take these off either because I glued the horn in.
Yeah, well, that sometimes they'll break out of there.
If I gotta cut these off, I'll just cut the hinges off and make a new set, but I won't have to cut these off.
No, it's a proven design. I mean, the size of the flaps and the size of the elevator and all that stuff is all right on the line. It works. So why change it? This we were only trying to cut the weight down, and it didn't significantly cut the weight down. I can't remember what it was that these opposed to the other ones, the other carbon rod.
All I do is put a piece of wire on the and a carbon rod on the scale for the small, and with the large, just keep track, see what it weighs. Probably a gram or two. What kills you is the glue.
To glue this rod in there, the filler piece that you got to put in there following up this rod, and it's glued in there. And all that stuff kills you. But it's a nice setup. Can't hardly knock the setup at all. See, if you really wanted to, you could even end this right here. Run your wire in this. You put your hinges in there, run the wire in this way, and then just nip the wire off right here. Could never come out, wouldn't stick out past the end. But that doesn't get by with running. That's so sweet.
See, I just folded it over and put a little green putty on the end, repainted that. You can't tell it was even there.
Thought about sticking a little teeny screw out here at the end of it to hold it in there.
Just somebody, the reason I did these this way, somebody said, looks like your flaps are removable. They must have been watching on a giant screen TV.
Well, they were removable.
Yeah, not anymore. Not without some work.
I mean, it's nice to have these out for finishing because it's so much easier to finish these pieces than it is when it's all together. And get paint on the inside of this and all that.
I told you I made a stand for finishing them, right?
Yeah.
It's real simple.
You just need a straight pin for this and
Yeah.
then a hole for this and this and this.
Just two.
Or a couple of them, however. But you gotta have that straight pin in there or they'll just flop over.
Yeah. No, these are not tweaked flaps. The reason they do that is these elevators are heavier than the flap. More
They're
leverage.
moving a different direction.
Yeah, there's more leverage on the elevators than there is the flaps. I got a lot of work to do on this to get it smooth.
You'll be sanding through it before you.
I think I'm gonna get another coat of clear on it. For another ounce.
70 ounces.
No. My other one flew best at 58, so.
Still not gonna turn what you want it to turn, no matter what you do with it. It's not a nobler. Doesn't weigh 40 ounces.
But it's closer than a Strega or a pattern master.
Well, I give you credit on that. They're sort of heavily built airplanes.
I don't have that much lumber in mine.
I mean, well, you know, these airplanes are virtually identical, but yet that one's going to come out 2 ounces heavier.
Yeah.
It's all on this stupid stuff.
And it depends on how much paint you put on it. You can make that as light as mine. Just with the finish would be shit.
Yeah, finish should really be like shit because I didn't have any on it. Did it all in clear.
I don't think that would help.
No, it probably wouldn't. I had to put enough clear on it to fill everything in. The paint actually helps fill grain and stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's the pigments in there, you know, act like a primer. And we're not using any primers, you know. I mean, if you were back in the days using primer and all that stuff, then
you get a slick finish on these things.
you get a real slick finish.
But
you just can't do that.
You pay a penalty.
I mean, getting a 6 ounce finish isn't the problem anymore.
People don't believe you're getting 6 ounce finish.
I know they don't, but
This is a 7 ounce finish on this one.
yeah.
And I might do another coat, that'd be an 8 ounce finish.
And they're putting 14 ounce finishes on their planes. Or
16.
16 ounce finishes, yeah. But a 6 ounce finish, I couldn't get a 6 ounce finish with the way I used to paint.
That's right.
Because I used to use primer and all that stuff, and I put on more dough, period, in general. But with the diet, as long as you stick to it, you only got so much.
That's right.
And if you add anything more than that, all bets are off on the 6 ounce finish. Now, if this was a 40 size airplane,
Be a 5 ounce finish.
you could get a 5 ounce finish on it.
Yeah.
But to do those 6 ounce finishes, there's a lot of sanding, a lot more than you're used to doing.
I'm still sanding. I'm done and I'm still sanding.
Yeah. And, you know, you can get by with more when you let the weight go up. Just look at Bad Chad. He goes from 30 grit to 80 grit and
Right to paint.
starts painting.
Yeah, but you can put 10 gallon of paint on.
Yeah, he's got 5 gallons of primer on there, 5 gallons of paint.
6 gallon of Bondo.
That doesn't make it right, because you could do it. I mean, a car you don't have to worry about.
And who cares what a paint job weighs on a car?
No, it doesn't matter. Of course, the heavier you get the paint on it, the more it can crack and all that kind of stuff, craze and
It doesn't look right to me, a big old thick paint job. Looks dipped.
yeah. Well, you look at all these new cars out there, if you ever really go up and look at their paint jobs, they're not all that good.
I know.
Even a Corvette's paint job isn't all that great paint job. It's just a mediocre factory paint job.
I think when I get back to St. Louis, it'll get sanded one more time with 20. I'm going to try to still keep buffing. If I can make it look good as is, we'll go with this. But we'll sand it one more time with 2500 and shoot another quart of paint on it. Half quart. Dope.
Well, quit sanding on the leading edges and stuff and concentrate on all the open bays.
Oh, yeah. And these back here, I'm going to get this taken care of.
And don't leave off the bottom.
I've been working on the
Or
bottom.
Jim Lynch will be on.
Yeah, I've been working on the bottom, but the bottom needs more work. I just quit basically sanding on this because I figured the guys on the channel were tired of me sanding, but they got no idea I'll be sanding for the next 6 months.
Yeah, it's not over with. If you're not sanding, you'll be using rubbing compound or something.
It's plenty flyable now. It's ready to go to the
Oh,
field.
yeah, oh, yeah.
You know, you said out there it looks great, but when you start, for concourse and you start looking things over, it needs work.
Yeah, this is an 18 pointer.
Yeah. Better get to 19.
Well, it might by that time, but it's not going to do it right now. It's there though. It's right on the verge of it. There's a very fine line.
I'm never gonna build
And
a 20.
I should be a big line between 19 and 20.
No, I
You can't surpass it. You can't. This will never be a 20-point airplane.
No, there's no 20 pointers.
Yeah, there's a fall on every one of them. I don't know what they're using. What they make you guys use for criteria for judging?
When I judged,
Yeah, did they give you a guideline?
no. I just know.
Well, they used to give everybody a guideline because
That's back when it was 40 points.
Well, yeah, but you still sort of.
You get 10 for realism, 10 for craftsmanship, 10 for paint, and 10 for originality.
Yeah, except they dropped the originality, and craftsmanship's part of it. Overall finish is part of it.
What screwed everything up is the pylon guys coming over and judging it and going, ooh, this is shiny, 20 points.
Spray shine.
Yeah. The airplane looked like it was sanded with a rock, but it had a super shine on it.
Yeah.
What I might do is spot clear it, Doesn't need any more clear on the nose. Needs to put some more on the flaps, some more on the bottom. Another coat on the open bays. Or I could just get me a can of that stuff out in the garage and spray one can on it and be beautiful.
You won't do that. That'll be 5 ounces on there, and then you'll be up
I'll be bitching.
60 plus ounces. Well, you're already bitching, but yeah, you're thinking about adding another coat of clear. I don't know that I would. I think I would just concentrate on, if this is shining like this can shine like that.
How big is that disc on that sander? 12?
Probably 12, probably considered a 12.
Harbor Freight 12-inch disc sander.
160.
I found this on the web.
12 inches. $168.
Want to bet? 200. $199.99.
All I can get by is what I had to pay for it. And that was
30 years ago.
4 or 5 years ago anyway, 5 years ago.
Got a 4 3/4 star rating. I mean, that's a nice sander.
It's not bad. You can still bog it down, and it's not the flattest disc of any sanders. You know, if you really want to do it right, upright, you take it to a machine shop and have a machine that disc a little flatter than what it is, but it doesn't hurt you. Tape up some of the air leaks in it so that the vacuum works better. If you could get a 24-inch disc sander, I'd say get a 24-inch disc sander. You just can't have one big enough, 36-inch disc sander. But that's one of my most used tools of anything. And I had a 6-inch belt disc sander Craftsman thing, and it worked pretty good until it burned up, but it just doesn't. I do more on that than I did on that other.
Mine's a Ryobi 6-inch belt sander, 6-inch disc.
In their brand, they're all about the same. They're all, Chinese made stuff.
Well, guys, it's time for me to go home. Appreciate you watching. I'll be on later this evening tinkering on my airplane if I feel up to it. We'll see you later. Let's see if anybody said it. Hey, mate, going for a fly. Okay. Catch you and Sparky later. Great.
Toodles.
All right. We'll see you later. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.